Hi, my name's Andy Burgess. I'm a product specialist here at Aston Martin. So we're here at the Aston Martin headquarters at Gaydon, Warwickshire, to take you through our two-seater sports car, the Vantage Coupe. So as you look at the front of the car, you'll notice the lights are very slim, very small. And the nose is very low to the ground. The grille itself is very wide. This is the standard fitment grille, the mesh type, which has taken an inspiration from our Vulcan track car. There's also an option for a vaned grille, which if you're looking for that more sort of traditional look. So let's look at the side of the car and look at some of the inspirations from Marek Reitman's design team. They've used their golden proportions very much in this car in terms of 1/3 glass area, 2/3 body. The clamshell bonnet, that eliminates the shut line across the wing, giving the impression of width. We have a nice power bulge in the centre of the bonnet as well. Underneath there we have a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 engine, producing 503 horsepower and 685 Nm of torque. This propels the car to 0 to 62 in 3.6 seconds. As we look down the side of the car, you have a very subtle shoulder line which gets stronger and stronger into the back of the vehicle, into the rear haunches, another traditional design feature of an Aston Martin. Another design feature on this car is the replacement of the side strake. What we call this is the side gill, another connection to a predatory animal. This is sucking out air from under the wheel arch, which builds up at speed, preventing front end lift. It also takes hot air from the engine area, brings it down the side of the car, because hot air is less dense, so that's better for aerodynamics. Another nice feature of the side of this car is the deletion of the rubber strip that normally sits at the top of the door at the window. So we get what we call body to glass technology. We've actually put the rubber behind so it does its job, but is less cluttered and gives a more streamlined, more sleek look. So if we look into the car, it gives you a handshake as you open the door, frameless window again as you would expect in a sports car. 12-degree angle as it comes up. This is away from the curb area because obviously as a low car you don't want the car hitting the curb as you open the door. So it's got a hydraulic ram on the door, so it allows you to put the door in any particular position and it will stay there. The last position uses the angle of 12 degrees to close it under its own weight. So an Aston Martin is not just about what it looks like, it's about how it performs and how it drives. So this car has an aluminium bonded chassis. The bonding is the key part. This is taken from aerospace industries. This gives the car class-leading rigidity and allows the car not to flex once you're in a corner loaded. This gives the car a better handling characteristic and puts its power to the rear wheels much better. It gives the car and the customer much more confidence when they're in a corner. Also, combined with that, we have a 50-50 weight distribution. And the way we achieve that is we put the gearbox at the rear, a torque tube that runs up the front of the car to our engine, and also a carbon fibre prop shaft within that. This allows us to bring the engine further back behind the front centre line. So when you're turning into a corner, you don't have all that weight over the front of the car. So if we walk to the back of the car now, we'll show you some of the design features and also talk about the rear diffuser on this Vantage Coupe. So at the rear of the vehicle, very much like a full stop in terms of design, we have that signature rear flip and that signature eyebrow from the rear brake light cluster. Also a very aggressive and fully working rear diffuser. This works with the front splitter and what we call side fencing, which channels air through the centre of the car to speed it up. This is basically stopping uplift and creating downforce. Very short overhangs, so this works very aggressively. And these fins also stop air from interfering with the escape of air coming out the rear of this car. So on this Vantage Coupe as well, we have standard fitment, a electronic rear differential. What that does is basically create more traction at the rear end, put their foot down a lot earlier, and to create much more fun within the car. So let's have a look in the boot of this Vantage Coupe. There's two ways of opening the boot. You can either use the button inside or the button on your remote control. So there's ample boot space. So this turns a sports car into an everyday usable sports car. With the addition of this little flap here, you can fold down to place anything that's got extra length to it as well. So that concludes our walk around on this Vantage Coupe. So if you'd like to make your own personalisation in terms of your own configuration, you can go to astonmartin.com to do that, or you can go to your local dealership who will be more than happy to take you through that process.